Mass shootings are a part of society's boy crisis. We blame mass shootings on replacement theory style hatred, access to guns, poor family values, violence in the media and video games, and mental illness. But our daughters live in the same families with the same family values, have the same access to the same guns, same video games and media, and suffer similar mental illnesses. Yet, our daughters are not killing, our sons are. Why? We have been blind to two underlying causes of mass shootings: the boy crisis and dad deprivation. Until these causes are addressed, we will face a third cause: guns. With their pain ignored, these boys will communicate their pain as loudly as they can, with guns as powerful as they can get. Boys who hurt us are boys who hurt. The evidence of this boy crisis? In the 63 largest developed nations, boys fall behind girls in almost every academic subject. In school, they too often learn about toxic masculinity, male privilege, and that the future is female. This doesn't inspire them for their future. Boys are far more likely to drop out of both high school and college. The unemployment rate of boys who are high school dropouts is more than 20% when in their 20s. In a few years, girls will be graduating from college at twice the rate of boys. Females consider male dropouts to be losers. Women are more attracted to winners. These boys feel vulnerable to both female relationship rejection and sexual rejection. They fear that if they take sexual initiatives too quickly, they are a harasser. But if they're too cautious, they're a wimp. The result: anger festers. Yet, under that anger is vulnerability. Anger is vulnerability's mask. Yet their anger generates our anger at their anger, not our empathy at their vulnerability. Boys' vulnerability in their teenage years and in their early 20s is also reflected in their suicide rate. At age 9, boys and girls commit suicide at equal rates. But by their early 20s, boys' suicide rate is almost 5 times that of girls. Dad deprivation is the single biggest predictor of suicide. In the 21st century, we know the family backgrounds of 6 of the 7 mass school shooters who killed 10 or more people. In all 6, from Salvatore Ramos to Adam Lanza, the boys were deprived of their biological father. Ramos, who perpetuated the Uvalde massacre, had a father who was rarely present in his life. Until recently, he was living with his mom, then his grandparents. He had a speech impediment and was often bullied. On top of these vulnerabilities was the shame of failing to graduate from high school. He masked these feelings of powerlessness with symbols of power: purchasing an AR-15, showing off his guns on Instagram, TikTok, and to a quasi-imaginary girlfriend. His response to his argument with his grandmother over his failure to graduate was to shoot her. The dad deprivation dynamic is also common among mass shooters who don't target schools. In the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, the Las Vegas shooting by Stephen Paddock, his mom reported that he felt angry and rejected by a dad who chose to repeatedly escape prison and be either caught or in hiding, rather than complete his imminent term and return to love him. Dad deprivation is common also to Nicholas Cruz, the 2018 Parkland High School shooting, Robert Bowers, the 2022 Tree of Life synagogue shooter, David Katz, the 2018 Jacksonville Landing shooting, Elliot Rodger, the 2014's UC Santa Barbara rampage, and Dylan Roof, the 2015 Charleston church shooting. The solutions? Although Warren Farrell's research for the boy crisis generated a variety of emails to him, It was an email from a young man who had planned a mass shooting that both touched Farrell's heart and prioritized solutions. That anger at not having a dad in his life led him to join a fascist group that offered him the structure and purpose he was missing. He wrote a 52-page manifesto outlining his plans for the mass shooting. Fortunately, before he carried out his plans, he stumbled across Farrell's book. It wasn't the data or lack of guns that made the difference. He wrote that he'd felt seen. His anger dissipated. He forfeited his plan and he sought help from multiple therapists. It was his feeling that someone saw the vulnerability under his mask of anger. We have two choices. If it's our sons doing the mass shootings, we can attend to the boy crisis or ignore it. If our son's dad deprivation is the biggest common denominator among our mass shooters, we can attend to it or ignore it. Until we address these vulnerabilities, we must remember that these boys will communicate their pain as loudly as they can, with guns as powerful as they can get. Written by Dr. Warren Farrell and produced by the Law Center. Click the link in the description portion of the video to learn more about them.